Hello, guys. I just wanted to say happy Sunday, and I wanted to share this with you guys. Now, recently I had a breakthrough and just processing things in general. I like to believe that the people that we come in contact with are mirrors. Basically, we're each other's mirror. And so that all comes from the concept of that we are multifaceted like a diamond, and basically we are all from God. And so recently, thank you for this blessing and for realizing this and for this realization. Recently, I had this breakthrough, and so there was sometimes we say things that are self-projections, and don't necessarily you don't necessarily mean it, but subconsciously everything just bubbles to the surface eventually, if it's not dealt with. Okay, so here's something. So recently I had a friend come up to me in a place. I'm not going to say where. I'm not going to say, I just want to say, just recently I had someone come up to me and say, boy, you got heavy. And that was 3 weeks ago. And so that day, I went into the bathroom and I was freaking out. My initial emotional reaction was to go into the bathroom and tear myself apart. Okay? Because of what he said to me, and I took it here. So then, usually a bathroom at a workplace, okay, is basically like the only stillness, I guess you can, so to speak. But, so, as I was ripping myself apart, and like holding my head in my hands, I had this sudden interjection from God, from angels. And that voice, that inner voice, because God is in each and every one of us, that inner voice, it said, Jonathan, don't listen to that voice, that other voice saying that you're not beautiful, that you're heavy. You are beautiful. You are absolutely magnificent and beautiful and marvelous. And so, initially, it stopped me dead in my tracks, and I was just like, I am beautiful. And so, after that, so I embraced that, and I held this in my heart, along with that judgment or preconceived notion from that man, that brother, okay? So, brother meaning fellow human. So, and this is actually a blessing in disguise. And so, 3 weeks passed by, and ever since he came in, I would just, kind of, be, distancing myself, and I just felt like distancing. And then this past week, he came up to me, and I said, if not now, when? Inside, I said, if not now, when? And that's from Hillel. He was a Hebrew philosopher. And so, I said to myself, I'm going to say this now. And so I turned around. At first I was facing my back towards him. So I turned around and I said, listen, something that you said to me really hurt me. And it's something that I've been dealing with in my life. And then he goes and he said he felt the karma. He felt the karma. He felt something that he said or something that he's done close like the door of close the door from each other's hearts. And so I was finishing work that day, and I went into the hallway, and he came back and he said, "Look, if I said anything, I'm sorry." He says anything that I was thinking of or feeling pertaining to that, was a projection of himself. And he says that has nothing to do with you, but he said it has something to do with him. And so it just really comes to show that who we meet, and these things, to not take them personally, because we are mirror reflections. God puts us, you, into our lives for a reason. It's to remind each other of the self-love, of to love who you are. And to also notice and acknowledge that love. And so recently I was just talking to my mom on the phone just, a few minutes ago, and it just dawned on me. It was just like, this is a gift. This is a gift because it's very apparent, because let me just show you something. Let me just show you something. Excuse me. I don't know if it's around, but I saw this magazine article thing. 1 second. Bear with. Okay. So, not that. Something else. Okay. So one thing, that I keep seeing, and it's very, just keeps coming up. I saw this article, and it was a picture of a candy, one of those candy dispensers, and it had diamonds in it, and it said, like in subliminal title, it said, you can have the carrots without the calories. So the carrots, meaning the carrots and the diamonds. And so it just, this has been going on for years and years and years and years and years and years and years. And so I just wanted to share that. And yeah. Also, one thing that I was also thinking about is that we could spend like 10 to 15 minutes a day. It's up to you. It's solely up to you. To give yourself that love, to find that happy place in the midst of chaos, in the midst of day-to-day life. And one more thing is to not take everything so personally. And that, I think, I've learned, or have been learning, and it's just, it comes up almost every single day. So, yeah, just wanted to share that. So, and that 5 to 10 minutes is like processing. It's kind of like, I saw this t-shirt, it said, be back in, I have this t-shirt, I don't know what happened to it, but it was be back in 5 minutes. Out of body, be back in 5 minutes, and I thought that was very funny. Also, one thing was, be back in 10 minutes, processing, you know, like processing something in your life, or a thought form, or something that is coming in, you know. So, just wanted to share that with you guys, and I hope you guys had a beautiful weekend, and snowball, you know, snow angels, snow sculptures. I didn't do any of that today, but I've just been resting because I work a lot, and that's good because that's a form of self-love, resting, and also cooking and communicating with family, and yeah, so fare thee well, and always speak from the heart. God's peace.